1027 WNEW, New York.
Ron and Fez, 1027 WNEW.
Al, are they delivering? Is that the deal?
No, we've already sent the guy out to go
what
get
guy?
it. Rudy.
Rudy, I don't trust. He doesn't have that hot donut thing.
No, he knows exactly
No,
what
he
he's
doesn't.
looking for.
Does he know the cold milk?
That we're going to get as soon as he comes back.
No, then we won't have them together. What the F is wrong with you, Al?
After he went out the building,
You know what? That's it. You're fired.
The cold milk.
No, you're fired. Go. Get your coat. Go to the cloakroom. Get your coat and your top hat. You're out of here.
They'll all be here at the same time.
No. Nothing.
Man, Al, if Rudy... You got Rudy walking...
Does he know what kind to get?
Yes, he does.
What kind?
The glazed, the regular glazed.
The classics,
the
right?
classic glazed. And he knows it's hot.
And I don't want one blueberry one in there that is going to stink up the box.
No. It's only the glazed in the box.
How many is he getting?
2 dozen.
And then what else?
And cold milks.
Al, you don't understand. I've been under a lot of stress. I'm trying to gain as much weight as I possibly can.
And you don't understand Rudy. He's walking down the sidewalk up to 72nd Street.
Is he walking?
Someone rolls a ball. That's it. He sees a dog in the park. He's going to go chasing him.
Another thing. Do you ever smell his fingers? What is he doing?
What is on those fingers?
His fingernails are brown at all time, and you're having him load donuts for me.
I don't think he's going to touch him. He'll just keep them in the box.
He's such a chain smoker that if he ran out of cigarettes, he could literally smoke one of his fingers.
If anything.
That's how tobacco stained they are.
No, he's smoking ass because I smelled those hands.
Ew.
And they stink. Look at me, Al.
He literally did have a ciggy butt.
They stink like ass. And I'm not eating that.
I don't want ass fingers on my donut.
Why will you go rushing out with Rudy, the B team?
I wasn't sure who else to send. I didn't want...
You got Rory, who's in great shape, and how did you send them?
By cab.
What's it going to cost us for these donuts? $60?
I hope you pinned a note to his fat chest.
It's going to be fun.
That cabbie's going to have him all over the place. Taking advantage of a tard.
All right. I don't know whether we're going to go on with the show. We're going to take a break, and either Fez and I quit, or we'll be right back.
There's no way the Rudy plan's working. And I mean Rudy, the guy that works here, not Rudy the mayor.
Why didn't we just have them deliver?
He calls and they don't deliver this far away.
But the lady just said she got him at 66.
Maureen said 66th Street.
We're 57.
Yeah, he had just called them.
Do the
Did you
math.
explain the radio thing?
Do the math.
Did you explain the radio gimmick?
No, I didn't do that.
Why not, Al? You know what? I'm putting in a vote right now. Mad Producer takes over.
Wow.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Anybody want a second? Second.
Second.
I don't know whether you can do that twice. Let's take a break, Fez. When we come back,
we'll look at the bylaws.
All right. We're on a Fez.
Ron, Fez, 1027 WNEW.
Hey, Billy, are you running the phones or is Al?
Billy's waving, saying that he is doing it.
All right, come in here, Billy.
Staples, now!
Yes.
Are you purposely hanging up on Mad Producer?
He hasn't called it all night.
He said that he's been trying to call, and the screener has been hanging up on him.
Not this evening, no.
Al, have you been hanging up on him?
Not tonight. The other night I was.
Why are you hanging up on him the other night?
Because I'm still waiting for Jack Nicholson.
I'm still waiting for my Krispy Kremes.
They're on the way.
Right now, if Jack Nicholson was at one door and the Krispy Kremes at the other, I'm diving at the creams.
If we end up getting hot milk and cold donuts, I'm going to have a fit. Just know it now.
What's going on in this room? Everybody's running around like surgeons. What the hell's happening?
What's the crisis this time?
They're looking to see what happens if the fire alarm goes off and tells us we have to get out. Then what do we do?
I think we leave.
Don't we have a guard downstairs? Somebody call him and say, is the place on fire?
Yeah, they're calling down there.
We got Morgan Freeman from driving Miss Daisy downstairs. I don't think he's going to rush the fire drill. I'm here to tell you to evacuate.
How about one of you guys just run down the hall? See if you smell smoke.
Earl's checking it out because Earl said he's the fire marshal here at the station.
You got to be kidding me.
That it's his duty to clear us out if that's a fire alarm.
Well, I don't want... All I want is my donuts. I don't care what happens from there.
Well, then have Earl come in and tell us another story about Living Color, the band, and that'll clear the room.
People are saying, on the instant feedback, why don't we do a remote from Krispy Kreme and see how many we can eat?
Oh, don't tempt.
Al, what have we found out? Is the building on fire?
Nothing yet. They said just keep listening for more messages.
Why messages? Is this like a joke thing?
No, it's not a joke thing, but I called down there and they said, please just listen to the messages.
Would you tell them, please, that we've been through 2 big towers exploded a week ago and we don't like to listen for messages? We like humans to tell us whether the fire alarms are false or not?
Okay.
So when the fire alarm goes off in this building, you have to wait for the recording.
Yes.
How does the recording know what the situation is?
I don't know how that works.
Me neither.
Here's the mad producer on the line right now, Fezzi. We haven't talked to him in a while. Last time we talked to him, he's never going to talk to us again.
And apparently he's been calling nonstop and having trouble getting through.
Yeah. Mad producer, how you doing?
What's up, guys? Stop saying I'm not calling. I have nothing against you guys. Just Al Dukes is just a moron. So I have nothing. I love your show, and I would do anything for it.
Oh, wow. See, we didn't know that you felt that way.
What?
We didn't know you felt that way.
Yes, I do. Listen, I'd like to clear something up. On Thursday night, I was personally at Ground Zero, and I was so moved by what I saw that around 9:30, I called in, and I said to the screener, listen, I'm at Ground Zero. I'm right across the street from there's the Burger King that they were using as an NYB staging area. There was a couple, like, volunteer firemen just hanging out, relaxed, or trying to relax. They were eating some sandwiches, whatever. And I said to myself, what would be cool to call in the show and see if you guys wanted to speak to them. I call in right away. I tell the phone screener, that I am. He asked me, how did I get down there? I explained to him how I got down there. He's like, all right, puts me on hold. I was on hold for about, I'd say, a good 10, 15 minutes, and the phone crapped out on me. As I was on hold, I heard that Billy Staples was in the area. I think he was on the West Side Highway trying to get down or something. So I had my truck with me, and I could drive in and out of there, no problem. So I called back the screener. I said, listen, you cut me off. Here's what I'll do. I gave him my cell number. I said, give my cell number to Billy. Have Billy call me. I'll come out. I'll pick him up. I'll get him into Ground Zero. He could call into the show, interview some people. I just thought it could have been a really, really nice event. And I just would really like to know why the phone screener was so rude to me, first of all.
The phone screener, of course, just so you know this, last night we ended up hearing from Anthony from O&A that he had to call here 3 times to talk to us.
And kept getting hung up on.
Yeah.
By the screener. Now,
the other night, that was you, Al.
Yes, it was.
Did you know it was Mad Producer?
Yes, I did.
Did you know that he had this opportunity to get us into Ground Hero, as Pantera calls it?
I knew that Billy had a plan, what we were doing with him, and I don't know that I trust the Mad Producer, so I wasn't going to send Billy all over the place to try to find him.
Al, I said give him my number, and I was going to go and pick him up and personally drive him in. What was there not to trust? What am I going to do, decapitate Billy? I don't think so.
Al?
No. Explain this. Why didn't you put me on the phone? Why couldn't you let me put somebody on the phone, some of the true heroes? Al, I am not looking for a dime. I'm not looking for a job. You are incompetent, and you're letting your dislike for yourself and for the listeners affect your job. You're a fool. You should be ashamed of yourself. You put your personal dislike for me ahead of your job during this tragedy. You should be ashamed of yourself. You make me sick.
I think we all tried to do that.
Al? How do you answer that?
I answer that he never told me he was going to put someone on the phone. He just said, give Billy Staples my cell phone number. I'll get him in.
No, Al, the first time I called, I said, I'm right on the scene. You said, what
were you doing there, man, producer?
Al, don't lie. Al, don't you start lying, because the one thing I may be a little bit wacky, but I am not a liar.
Now, Matt Producer.
Yes, sir.
What were you doing at Ground Zero, and how do you get to come and go as you please?
Okay, my friend owns a construction company, and he has all of those front-end loaders and all of his heavy machinery. He was volunteering it to the city, so I drove in with him, and just through that I could just come and go as I please.
Now, Al's doing the international JO signal.
Why are you doing
you
the big
don't
J
believe,
like he's jacking?
Like you don't believe that he is able to get into ground zero.
Yeah, I didn't want to send Billy down there not knowing what he meant by ground
I said
zero.
I was gonna go pick Billy up. You said the first phone call was that he was on 6th Avenue or something like Houston. I actually drove down West Broadway in my truck, and I called you back again. Do you remember when I called you back again? I said, did you give my phone number to Billy Staples?
All right, let's do this.
One second, Ronnie.
Yeah.
I said, listen to this. Listen to what a liar.
Again, I feel like we're using this tragedy for bad purposes. I don't want to do this.
No, we're not.
Why don't you two talk tomorrow and work something out, Al?
Opportunity to bring Billy Staples down there with his beautiful energy, with his love for the country. He could have went there. He could have interviewed these people, and it could have been a really great moment.
All right, hold on. Let me put you on hold for a second. He's a freezer now. I can't deal. I'm broken-hearted here.
And Ronnie, for some reason, I'm left holding a giant box of them. I have no place to set it unless you want me to set it on the control board.
Al, this is it tonight. Mad Producer is right. Yeah, can you get Krispy Kreme?
It ain't as cheap as it is on the street, but we got it.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
I could mail you Krispy Kremes and they'd be hotter than the ones we got.
Al, I'm so disappointed right now.
Huh?
I can micro them.
How's micro? How's that any good?
No, it makes them warm. It's just like they come out of the oven.
And then we're going to try this microwave insanity.
There's no way that worked. There's no way.
It's terrible. Yeah.
That's your answer for everything except the war. Nuking.
Nuke me a couple more, but they're terrible. They're better than freezing cold, but it's not the same thing. This is your last night, Al. Why don't you put on peace, love, and understanding right now so I can beat your chest in?
And at some point, someone's gonna say, Al, you were doing so good. You were producing that show in New York City. What happened, Al? Why'd you lose your job? Oh, the donuts were cold. You know how embarrassed you're gonna be to say that?
Hey, Mad Producer.
What's up, boys?
I want you to call Al tomorrow, and I want you and Al to work this thing out, okay?
Well, listen, Ronnie, whatever you want to do. You know what? Actually, I had a pretty good idea. Why don't you guys make some kind of a contest between me and Al? You guys decide the money, and the loser of the contest has to give the money to any of the fire department or Salvation Army charities. But don't make it no $35 bet.
All right, Al, what do you think?
I would love to meet with him after he gets Jack Nicholson on the program.
Wow, he's going to stick with that.
Listen, Al, the celebrity part, if you had half a brain, you would realize the celebrity part is not even half of what a producer should be doing for the show.
But you haven't
I didn't
done
go
that
to school
half
for this
yet.
for 6 years, and I realize it.
90% of the game is half mental.
That's right.
All right, we got to take a break, guys. See you later.
Later.
877-692-1027.
He's growing on me.
The Mad Producer?
Yeah.
Wait till he gets Jack Nicholson. Man, you love him.
Yeah, I'll go crazy.
Ron and Fez. 1027 WNEW.
Why don't you work it out with the Mad Producer? Maybe get these people to give us call-ins as they're going on stage.
Right. Call us from backstage. Any of that.
No, you know what? You couldn't even pull off that donut. Hot donuts. Hot Krispy Kremes.
That's all we wanted.
Now, you told us they were warm when they left, correct?
Correct.
Rudy, you're the gentleman that went.
Yes.
What did you ask for at Krispy Kreme?
I asked for 2 dozen hot, fresh donuts.
Did you get them fresh out? Did you see them come out of the
I
oven?
saw them come out of wherever they came
No,
out
you're
of.
lying to me.
No, I did.
Because you said you just asked for them fresh, and I asked you if they were hot, and you said no.
Well, I didn't put my face on them, but,
Could you manage to put them on your lap when you were in the cab?
No, I put them on the side next to me.
Because they were so hot?
To be honest with you, I was just in a hurry to get back. I don't really know that I was paying attention.
These things were not hot, Fez. Now, he admitted that to me off the air. He changed the story in front of Al, and he said, Al never told me hot. He just said fresh.
See, here's the thing. This is a mistake people are going to make with Krispy Kremes, and I thought we couldn't make it more clear before anyone left, was that you can go in there and you can order the donuts, but you're not getting the hot ones.
Right.
You have to wait till you see them coming out of the oven.
And they will never say.
Right. And most of the time, most Krispy Kremes, I don't know about the one on 72nd, there's a light in the window, so you know.
No, it has. I've been there.
And it has the light?
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. Because obviously I don't go in there until I see the light on.
Right. When the light goes on.
And then I go screaming into the place, yelling, give me some. And then eat them in front of the man. because it's dangerous even to leave the building with them. Where you got 24 bricks.
He just said, get me 20. He said, get me 2 dozen fresh, hot donuts, and I figured hot, fresh meant, just fresh off the press. Well, you didn't say piping hot. If you'd said make sure they're hot, I would have made sure they were hot. But that wasn't my.
Why didn't you tell him piping hot?
Well, when I said fresh, meaning right out of the oven.
Right. That's what I figured.
Hot.
No, that doesn't mean fresh. Doesn't mean hot.
No.
You get fresh bread, but it isn't hot bread.
No, but that place at Krispy Kreme's, fresh means right out
No,
of
it
the
doesn't.
oven.
It does not.
You got to go with hot.
So it's like a special request.
Yes.
I see. So I didn't know that. If I had known that, I would have waited. And
you know what? Take these bricks back and throw them in their fat faces.
Ow! That's going to hurt someone.
Here's Jimmy. Jimmy, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hi, Jimmy.
Yeah, how you doing?
Yeah.
I just wanted to call about the mayor producer. He said he was down at Ground Zero with his friend's independent contractor.
Yeah.
Right?
If he was down there, to take me off the air, he would have to have had a certain pass given out by the mayor's office for the contractors for identification. I'll tell you the color of the pass. If he can tell you the color, then he was down there.
I see.
Okay.
All right. Well,
right.
Al, here, try this with him, okay? And then you'll be able to find out whether, like you told us, you think the man producer's lying.
Right.
But I know you were lying about those donuts.
So we got to figure out who's lying less.
Let me tell you, Fezzi, I'm furious about the donuts right now.
I can understand it, Ronnie. You don't ask for much.
Yeah, I asked for a lot of things, and I want them all hot.
Really?
Laurie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi, Laurie.
You don't understand. I've developed an eating disorder. Mikhail, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hello?
Yeah, what
go
can we
ahead,
do
buddy.
for you?
My cell phone's... Hello?
What can we do for you?
Hi, my cell phone's about to die.
Well, go ahead and start talking.
Well, I'm calling from underneath the rubble.
You're a jerk off.
Maybe...
You serious?
You really are
You
now.
think that's funny?
I had to do it. I'm sorry.
Why?
How is that? You know what? We want to give you some tickets, all right? Hold on.
Listen.
No, hold on. I want to get your number. I want to give you some tickets. Get his number, Billy.
All right.
9-3. So we're going to give him some tickets for this weekend.
Okay, go ahead and get all his information. And we'll set him up for being the first jerk.
Yeah. Oh. Asswipe. Here's, Rudy, get out of here. Get out of the room. If that's anything funny, get out.
I was laughing at your comment, not him.
877-692-1027.
I can't take it around here, Fez. I'm serious. It gets to me. Call Rudy back in. Rudy, come here. Now he's all mad. I thought he was laughing at that kid. I'm serious. I'm going to hunt that little bastard down. Hey, Billy.
Somebody come back in the room.
Did we get that? I'm sorry. I thought you were laughing at that kid.
No,
Did we get his number?
They're working. He's getting it now.
All right. I'm sorry about that.
It's all right. I know you're upset.
Eight 877-692-1027.
Could I give this out?
Yes.
There's no problem with it all? Could I give out his number?
I checked it out. This is his number.
And it's his number?
Yeah, I tried him right back.
You know what to do? Because this thing is against the law, what he just did, hand it over to the police.
We'll do.
All right.
And give him a tape of the show.
The asswipe that called in and said he's calling from underneath the rubble, that's the same as calling in a bomb threat or anything else. Take care of that, Al.
Ronnie, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ronnie.
Hey, Ron and Fez, I'm glad you guys are all right.
Thanks, buddy.
Hey, man, every time I brought that food over from MafiaMob.com, I drove it from Jersey, and it was always warm, if not hot.
No kidding.
You know what? That's
true.
right.
It was delicious.
So I don't know how you guys can't get warm donuts in the city.
Hey, Brian, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Brian.
Hey, guys, what's going on?
Hey, buddy.
What can we do for you, Brian?
I want you to put out that kid's number on the air so everybody else can call him and get him back for what that retarded act that he just did.
You know, we got his number now. I thought we just turned it over to the cops because I'm so pissed at that. You know, my first thing is to go down there and smack him in the side of the head.
Right.
And then I figure, what the hell? Let the cops do it.
Sure.
He needs a little more than the cops. Let his friends take care of him.
Yeah, I don't want to get into all that, Brian. I got his address, too.
Well, thanks for everything, guys.
Right,
You're doing great.
Yeah, Brainiac went ahead and gave his information like he was really getting tickets.
You know, every night now, same time, I hit an anger wall. Every night.
Can you do something about that, Al?
Just say to relax.
Don't say anything, Al.
Jeffrey, you're on Ron and Fez?
Hey, Jeffrey.
Yeah, man. What's up, Ron Fez?
Hey, buddy.
How you guys doing, man? Yo, that guy that just called, which is my cousin, I'm ashamed to say it. What an a-hole, I swear to... Watch when I go over there. Watch when I go over there, Steven. Watch, Steven. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you for this. You don't have to call the cops. I mean... You know, he's just a little 16-year-old, you know.
No, we're calling the cops.
But come on,
already happened. We already did, Jeff.
They already did?
Yeah. We had Al go down the hallway and do it.
Oh, my God. Now I'm going to have to go to the precinct. You know, because my cousin doesn't have. He lives with my other Aunt Betty, and he doesn't have his mom here in this country.
Why don't you let him sit there for a while?
Oh, come on. He's just a little kid, man.
Well, that'll be up to the police.
You were 16.
Not after tonight.
But the kid's not going to do any harm, man. He's not.
Well, that'll be up to the police. If it's no harm, it's no harm. Maybe they'll just get him
I'll talk to the police for him.
All right, go ahead.
The kid is in special ed. He's in special ed, all right?
Good.
He's not a normal kid, guys.
Then someone should be watching him.
Come on. And Ron, why you were getting on that guy on jail? Come on, leave him alone, Dan. I mean, the guy calling from jail, you know, what's wrong with you, man? We're supposed to be united, guys. And we're all fighting and arguing.
We're not going to be united with an asswipe that's calling in saying he's calling from under the rubble.
The kid takes pills. He has ADD.
Well, then talk it over with the police.
Or up the prescription.
What he's doing was against the law.
But come on, man. He's just calling a radio show. Nobody hears. Nobody important listens to this.
All right, then he's got nothing to worry about.
That's why. Nothing's going to happen to him. You know what I mean? The kid's been going through psychotherapy for years, God knows when, since he was born. And
he needs more.
What happened?
Hey, Mikhail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen up, guys. Guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a bad joke on my part. I know my cousin called up. Bad joke on my part. But what I do want to say to you guys is
Why don't you say your real name? Stop lying already, man.
Yeah, because we already have the phone number and the address.
Anywhere.
Okay, guys, listen up. Listen up. I have some serious information that I heard via the internet. That's what I really wanted to tell you guys before you cut me off.
You're going to talk to the police about it with your little joke.
All right?
Listen, let me tell you some...
I want to hear this kid.
Not putting up with that.
Who's running our phones? Who's running our phones to put the kid back on?
I have no idea. But I think they have Krispy Kremes in each hand, and they're doing them with their elbows.
Ron and Fez. 1027 WNEW.
Fez, here's somebody we haven't talked to in a long time. It's Carly Baby.
You want Billy back on the phones?
Yeah, Billy? Where's Billy at? Billy was so mad at me. But, you know, he was crazy with those phones.
All right. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Who haven't we talked to in a while? What's that, Hawk?
Where'd Billy go home?
He's coming.
Where was he all this time?
Was he on the phones?
No, he's coming.
All right.
He wasn't on the phones.
What was he doing?
Where was he?
In the other studio, I believe.
All right, that's maybe 3 feet away.
Billy's wearing his NYC hat.
You rang?
What's wrong?
Nothing to talk about on the air. We'll talk after the show.
No, we won't.
Okay, then we won't. You want me to go back on the phones? I'll go back on the phones.
No.
Okay.
Hey, Billy.
And now we're slamming doors.
This is a big thing with me and you now, right?
Excuse me?
This is going to be a big thing between me and you now.
No, it's not going to be a big thing. I wanted to talk to you after the show, that's all.
No. Billy, come back in here. What's wrong? What has got you upset? What's going on here?
I don't personally appreciate what went on in the last break.
What, pulling you off the phones?
No, calling me a liar.
When did we call you a liar?
No, you did. When you got that instant message and I told you I never said that, and you said, well, then she's a liar. I said, oh, what, then I'm not telling you the truth? Look, I don't care. If you don't think I'm doing a good job, I have no problem with that, but don't call me a liar, Ron. One thing I'm not is a liar. I'm loyal to you guys, I'm loyal to the show, but I'm not a liar.
You must be lying. You're lying if that ever happened. The woman called up, said she lost her husband and somebody treated her rudely.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you got out of it, that you're upset.
No, you called...
I said we got an upset person here, and we got all these crazy calls. We had to make some switch. This is all you're getting out of all this stress that's on.
No, Ron. She said the person answered the phone, what do you want? I never.
Nobody else was answering the phones tonight. I asked you about it.
Right.
And I said, okay, then she's lying. And I got you upset.
No,
that's all you're getting out of it.
No. That's all. Yeah, well, Ron, that's all I'm getting at. If that's what you honestly think, yeah, then that's all I'm getting at. But that's not all I'm getting out of it.
What are you getting out of it then? What is happening here?
What was wrong with the job that I was doing? Why was it my fault? I mean, what difference?
You haven't been trained properly on the phones. Did you see the difference between the nights that you weren't working them and the nights that you were? Are you out there training with Al now?
I was sitting with him for a while, and I noticed absolutely no difference. He's yelling at me for people to get to the point, and you got a couple of calls going on for like minutes and minutes and minutes. So I'm like, what is the big difference? What was the job that I was not doing? That's what I'd like to know. What calls did I let through that you were not happy with? I try my best for the show, and I don't understand. That's what I'm saying. I'm confused.
The crazy kid
who
we had to call the police on.
Okay.
Who said he was calling from under the rubble.
That's what got everybody all upset.
That's when it started.
All right. Well, the call was up there exactly as it was. We did not have to take it.
If it's up there, we're going to assume they're all prepared to take.
This is too nuts.
Okay.
Do your little thing where you run down the hall all mad. NM writes in, Billy Staples is the new baby.
Oh, good. The babies are back.
He's just furious with me.
Yes. Now, I was here for that conversation during the last commercial break.
Yeah.
And I didn't take it the way he took it. Of course, you could, slice off a nun's head and I'll back you up.
I know that. And we've done that before.
Yes. But she started it, Ronnie.
Fezzi, somewhere along the line, it's got to be my fault. I mean, I'm in a fight a night now. I'm in a fight a night.
We're in a pressure cooker, Ronnie. The whole world's in a pressure cooker.
Still, I don't want to be fighting with other Americans.
That's true.
Especially not an American as good as Billy.
But here's the thing, as we're on the air, that's the only place you get a chance to lose some steam. We're on the air constantly. You don't get a chance to go stomp down the hallway and slam the door.
Yeah, it's true.
You got to be in here.
All right, 877-692-1027. It's the Ron and Fez Show.
Ron and Fez, 1027 WNEW.
Al, what are you saying is going on out there?
What is going on now? We know Billy Staples is very upset.
Yeah, he is just like fuming.
Why?
Something about the phones that... What was he doing wrong with the phones?
What happened was we had a call earlier. It was a crank call. It was awful, tasteless, disgusting what it was. And Billy got taken off the phones.
Right.
And now Al Dukes is answering the phones.
Yes.
And when we compared, who was running the phones during the past week during this crisis.
Yes.
Al, you were doing a much better job. And now he's upset about that?
Yes, he's upset about that because he doesn't see the difference.
But Ronnie explained that he doesn't have the experience you do in something like that, and that you could show him how to do it.
Right, but right now he's too furious to watch me.
He's not.
Aren't you his boss?
He's not looking and learning?
No, but I thought if I, even being his boss, that if I were telling me how to sit down and watch it right now, it would probably just escalate the situation, and once it calms down, we'll go through it again.
You just want the show to end.
Yes.
I don't want Billy upset.
No, me neither.
And I even talked to Billy last night and today before the show, and, just congratulated him on the spirit that he's got towards what's going on in the country. That guy has worn a New York City T-shirt every day for a week now. And he is waving the American flag.
Yeah, he's very supportive.
Now I feel upset.
So I don't want one, thing of, let Al show you how to do the phones.
All right, let's bring Billy in here.
To stop all of that. Because Billy's been doing a good job on the front. All right, here comes Billy Staples.
All right, good.
Staples, now!
All right, what's the story, Billy?
I'm sorry?
What's the story?
You're
unhappy with us?
Unhappy with you guys? No, I'm just a little upset right at this moment.
All right, what if this was a situation where we were your coaches in baseball?
Okay.
And you're pitching.
Mm-hmm.
You got a 4-hitter going. All of a sudden you walk a couple guys. You give up a base hit. We come out and take the ball off you, give them to the reliever out. Does that mean that you're not a good pitcher?
I'm not going to be happy about it.
No, but it means you just went cold, right? What does a pro do? What's a pro do?
He sticks it out.
Right. Can you stick it out?
Of course I can. Of course I can. And I guess with everything that's going on, I guess my nerves are a little frayed. And I'm a little more sensitive than I usually am.
We're all sensitive here.
I just a little thin-skinned, I guess, and I'm letting things get to me that normally wouldn't get to me.
Look at me tonight. What'd I do? I said I was going to come in here and be a person who didn't get angry at anything. And Rudy, who we've never even had on the air before, was laughing at me. I thought he was laughing at that obscene little caller, and I threw him out of the studio.
Yeah, I guess everyone's nerves are a little on edge.
And, Billy, I know last night Ronnie told you to go home and go to sleep and quit watching the footage.
What'd you do?
What did you do?
Went home, stayed up till about 4, watching footage.
Watching the footage.
Watching footage.
Guilty.
Guilty as what?
Charged.
Mm-hmm.
And, Billy, we know you are the most charged up over this situation. Out of anyone on the show, you are flying your emotions. And it's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
In fact, I even told you how proud I was of you.
I know. Well, you know what? On a normal week, this probably wouldn't have happened. I probably would not have gotten so upset and so... I think I'm just so on edge. I think if I broke a pencil, I'd flip out. If the point on a pencil, and it was
Get him a pen.
It was just a combination of things, Ron said something, I probably took it the wrong way. Our communication can probably be a little bit better between the staff and what's wanted and what's needed and what's wrong and stuff like that.
I blame that on Al. And Al, let me tell you something. When we had our meeting...
And Al agrees.
Al, when we had our meeting today, how depressed were you at 4 o'clock in the afternoon?
Depressed.
How's that supposed to make me and Fez feel about doing a show? You don't want to do these kinds of shows, right?
Right.
What about this? What if tomorrow we come in and we try to do a straight comedy show?
Okay.
Is that a mistake, Billy?
Big mistake. But then Al and I don't agree on anything.
Why not? You and Al don't get along?
No, we don't agree on anything. He's the yin, I'm the yang.
Does one of you ask to go? Is that the only way to settle this thing?
No, I think two opposing views can work together.
That's because you know you were going to be the one going, didn't you? You know you were out.
And Al, we can't have you afraid to tell your employees things.
Well, in this situation, he just seemed...
Al, straight comedy show tomorrow?
Yes.
A really stupid show?
Fezzy, what do you think?
Yeah.
Stupid it up?
Stupid this thing up.
We can
all
try
the old
that.
gags. I got to go with Billy on this, though. What do you think, Billy?
I don't think...
You want a straight military show,
No,
don't you?
yeah. I want to be talking about the war is what I want to be talking about tomorrow. I think a little comedy is good.
Maybe we need a shrink in here tomorrow night. You think you can get us a shrink, Billy?
Oh, yeah, I definitely could.
I mean, one of yours?
Well, I just know enough people.
That would probably be good.
All right, here's Tommy. We'll check with him. Tommy, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hi, Tommy.
What's up, guys? You know, it's like my family owns a business, too. And it's like you speak to the help, and everyone is a super sensitive pussy.
Right.
You know what? Something was said. It's got to be over with and done with. I mean, what is this, a baby? Stomping down the hall, this, that. I mean, it's like you got 3-year-olds in there. It's ridiculous.
Thank you. What do you think of that, Billy?
Everyone's entitled to their opinion. He wasn't here. He doesn't know what happened.
What is it that you want, Billy? What's going to make Billy happy?
Just leave me alone.
But you never wanted to do phones in the first place.
It doesn't matter. But
you
the thing is,
about phones all the time.
I haven't bitched about the phone since my second day here, when I didn't know that that's what I was going to be doing. I haven't said a word about it. I enjoy the phones. And I'm very nice to the people when they call. I'm not snippy with them. I don't cut them off. And that's why it bothered me when somebody said I answered the phone. What do you want? Because I go out of my way to be nice. These are our listeners. These are the people that, can make us and break us. And I'm trying to be very polite to them, even when we don't take their call.
You have to understand on a show like this that the callers are like the guests. Because, you got Al Dukes.
He won't book guests.
This non-booking son bitch.
He thinks the show's better with me and Fez scrambling for 4 hours. That's your idea of a show?
Yes, it is.
He'd like to get rid of the phones.
Then how do you figure you should get paid?
And he thinks it would be better if we got rid of the microphones, too.
Here's Al. What the hell's that?
Hi, how you doing, guys?
Who's calling you during the show? Is that the wife again?
I hung up the phone. I don't know. I didn't
it's
even
Mr.
look.
Staples.
I didn't even
That's the other thing that Al always complains about.
Ron and Fez, 102.7 WNEW.